Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. GreatTaz here once again, and here's some more on my episodes for a beginner's guide to elite dangers from a beginner. All right, as I said once before earlier, I was going to go over some of the training missions, and here we go. We're going to go over some of the training simulations and show you what they have to do. Now, I don't think I'm going to do each and every one of these, just for the simple fact that they can be long and tedious, and I don't want to make a whole series just on the basics. So we're going to go over, basic flight, and then we're going to show and give you an idea of what the training simulations are. And I highly, highly suggest that you take the time and go through each and every one of these. All right, here we go. Doot. All right, here we're lost in space.
Hey, pilot, do you read me? You look like you got yourself in a fix. Your ship's so dead in the water, I almost mistook it for one of these asteroids. Let me launch a repair drone, see if I can't get that crate back online. Lucky I showed up when I
Ain't
did.
that nice of her?
You wouldn't last long out here in your current predicament.
Probably not. We'd probably run out of oxygen.
Okay, your power's back up and running. Some control systems are still offline, but you should have basic drive functionality now. You might want to check that your throttle's still working. Go ahead and set your throttle, Commander.
All right, tells us W to set your throttle. W is forward for the keyboard, and S is backwards.
Take your time, pilot. It's not like I have anything more important to do. Well, that's a result. We might just get this rust bucket space-worthy. Drone repair sequence is still running on your ship. You're lucky I had these things. They're not what you'd class as standard equipment. Your attitude controls should now be active. See if you can pitch your ship up and down. Give it a go.
All right, pitching up. We're going to point up with the
That looks
mouse.
to be in working order. Let's see if we can get you rolling again.
Pitch
Okay,
down.
you should be able to give it a try now.
All right,
Put your ship on its central axis using your roll controls.
all right. We're going to roll. Going
Good
left.
job, Commander. One
And
final
we're going to go
lap of
right.
Control and you should be good to go. Yaw is back online now. Why don't you try pivoting your ship from side to side?
All right, pivot.
That's it,
Oh.
Commander. It would appear you have a semi-operational
A
satellite
and
on
D
your
is your yaw for
hands.
your
Only
keyboard and
taking
mouse.
chances, though, so you best get that ship into dock for repairs. There's an outpost nearby. See if you can make it there.
All right, we need to target, which is T, and we need to
I
move.
guess now might be a good time to introduce myself. My name's Blaine. I'm something of a freelancer in these parts. You know, this could be a lucky break for
We
both
already
of
did
us.
that.
I've been looking for a business partner, someone to help me with potentially lucrative ventures. And you need someone to take you under their wing, show you the ropes.
I am using F to thrust
I have to
down.
say, it's not often I help out strangers like this, so I think you owe me one. The least you can do is buy me a levy and brandy. I'll see you at the outpost, Commander.
All right, we're going to go to the outpost. Navigate your ship through the asteroid field. Like I said, you could use. We already targeted head. Q for the keyboard, thrusts left or port, and E thrusts right or starboard. Yaw left or port is A. Yaw right or starboard is D. We can thrust up by pressing our R key for keyboard and mouse, and down by pressing the F key. We can spin left and right by moving the mouse left and right, yaw up, and point down by pointing up and down. And that is the completion of the objective. All right. That's your basic flight controls. All right, let's go ahead and go into the next one because we still got some time. This is going to be docking and travel. All right.
Hey, Commander. Now it's time for you to help me out. I need you to do a cargo run for me.
Okay.
Ordinarily, I'd take care of this myself, but I'm not on the best of terms with the security forces over in Azeban City, so you're gonna have to take my place. return to the surface to take your ship out of the hangar. I'll
Okay.
keep in contact with you as you make your way there.
We'll return to the surface. All right.
Okay, you're ready to launch. Take her out, Commander.
Now this launch sequence is not auto launch, so if you do this, you're going to learn a little bit how to launch.
Ship is released. You can use your vertical thrusters to clear the landing pad.
That is
By the
R.
way, try not to end up as wall decoration on your way out.
We're going to aim for the hatch here. We're going to continue to use R to move up. And all we have to do is squeeze our happy little behinds right through that. And we're going to pick up the landing gear, because then we can boost, which is tab on your keyboard and mouse.
Okay, you're clear of the access corridor. Your ship's still mass locked by the station. Once you get beyond 5 kilometers, you'll be able to make the jump to Super Cruise.
All right, this doesn't teach you about pips, but as you notice I did with my pips, that's your distributor. I moved it all into engine by pressing my up arrow.
You have to charge up your frameshift drive now. Just hold on tight.
I pressed my up arrow key to put all my pips that I could into my engines, which allows me to go a little bit faster. Gives me a higher boost. As she said, we're going to charge our FSD, our frameshift drive, by hitting our J key. Here we go. All right.
Great. Your ship is in Super Cruise.
Yep.
This is the best way to hop around a system, but you need to go a little bit further afield. Start by plotting a route for Iranen on your left-hand nav panel.
All right, that is our left panel as our Iranen. All right, we're going to lock the destination. We're going to lock and engage hyperdrive, which just makes it just that much easier. Then we're going to turn this off.
Now that your target is locked in, you're clear to make the jump to hyperspace.
Now we need
Point
to
your ship at the
align,
target and charge up your FSD.
which we already did through the nav panel. And with mouse and keyboard, we have that little square, which is our targeting point. HOTASs don't have that, so that gives us a little advantage over mouse and keyboard. A little, but it's not a lot. All right, here we're jumping. And their destination's reached.
Commander. Just don't show any support for the Federation, and you should get on fine with the locals. My
We're good.
contact is over at Azban City. Try not to keep him waiting too long. This guy gets a little twitchy if things don't run like clockwork.
All right, Arzabon City. We're going to go there, and we're going to lock the destination. That would be the little compass. All right. So we need to turn our ship around.
Super Cruise approach can be tricky, Commander, so you'll want to keep an eye on your distance, speed, and alignment at the bottom left of your cockpit display. Once you're within 1,000 Ks from your target and going less than 1,000 kilometers per second, you should be safe to drop out. If you keep your speed in the blue zone, you'll be less likely to overshoot your mark. But if you do, you can always loop back around and try again.
And she is correct. You can loop back around and try again. And this is why in episode 1 I mentioned about hitting a 75% key or key binding, because that gives you basically what I did is I hit my 75% and I won't go out of the blue and I won't overshoot. Now, as you can see here, I'm kind of flying below. I'm doing this in intention because we don't have auto dock on this thing. So this is a technique I've learned. I know where the mouth is, as you can see here on the display of the system. It's down here over the right. We're going to fly below it for a little bit. And then we're going to make a sharp turn towards it so that we're flying straight towards the mouth of the space station. And that's less work that we have to do when we jump out of hyperspace or super cruise or light speed, however you want to call it, or impulse, and get into the dock. It's a lot less thruster movement. It makes it easier in the long run. So here we go. It says we can jump out. We can We're going to jump out. We're going
You
to
made it. Be sure to request docking before you enter the station.
always
Flight
request
controllers
docking.
take the jobs very seriously. Tend to get
They will
upset if you start trespassing.
They will blow you up if you don't. You'll get a fine. All right. So we're going to do this quick. We're going to
Clear for
slow.
approach, Commander. Just don't forget to deploy your landing gear.
Yep, got to do that too. Like I said, this whole thing is about docking the old-fashioned way. Whoa, what the heck's going on here? I didn't do that.
You won't be putting that ship on the deck without your landing gear. I'd recommend you deploy it.
We'll deploy it once we get inside the starbase here. It makes no sense to deploy it at any other point in time because it actually can get caught on stuff. So we're going to wait until we get inside. And we're going to slow down. Landing gear. Now we got to find our bay. It's below us, it looks like. Oh, did we overfly it? What?
Be careful passing through the access corridor, Commander. And try to avoid head-on collisions with exiting ships. That cargo needs to get there in one piece. Good, you're in. You'll want to regulate your speed as you approach the landing pad. Oh, and pay attention to the docking assistance display. You'll need to make sure your ship is facing away from the entrance and that you're centered above the landing pad before you touch down. Remember, you can use your vertical and lateral thrust if you need to refine your movement.
Oh, there it is. Sometimes your docking bay is right up underneath you when you come inside. All right, we're going to slowly move towards. As you can see, there's the docking display she was talking about. We're going to, and see when it's all blue, you're good. You want to line up in the middle of that circle, and then you can just straight down. And there you go.
Nice job. I might just be able to depend on you after all. I'll be calling on your services again, I'm sure. Till next time, Commander.
All right. And you can do that multiple times to get a better understanding of landing and launching without your docking computers. All right. Now, there's a whole bunch more combat. Now, there's two different styles of mining, and I'm pretty sure this goes over the Style 1 or the pre-3.3 patch or non-core mining. This is basically using lasers. It's something that it's good to know. Because sometimes you're going to need to do just this. The advanced combat is going to be advanced combat. It's going to take your combat to the next level. And it's going to be a continue combat fight. Then your recon, of course, it tells you it requires elite dangerous horizons. And then you have your launch ship fighters, which also requires horizon. So, with that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, there's much more you can go through. We went through the first two basic ones. Combat and mining is also there. And then we have 3 more advanced modules. All right. And then you have your challenge scenarios, which is a bunch more things that you can do. I suggest probably going through each one of these. Unless you have except for the VR. If you don't have VR, then that's not worthwhile. But this is basically shows you how to do combat. These incursions are all actually combat oriented. The SRV gives you more practice in your SRV, of course. Docking, of course, doing that. Pirate defense, defending your property from pirating. This is getting out of incursions, breaking incursion. This teaches you how to play in a wing a little bit, and this teaches you a little bit how to play when you're outnumbered. So try all these challenge scenarios. If you don't beat them, don't worry. The docking practice is going to be simple. So is the SRV practice. The combat ones may be a little more difficult to start with, but don't worry. You can always come back here at any point in time and enjoy. You can complete these at any time you wish. And you can also, if you don't want to go through the rest of my training videos, there's always these here that will give you your basic flights, combat, docking. These are the basics, and you get your power play overview and preparation information. These are worthy to look at, so don't feel afraid not to. But with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to get running on out of here once again. This is GreatTaz, and I'm hoping you're enjoying this series so far, this being the second one of many. This is episode 1.5. I did record this much after I did, like, all the way up to 4 or 5, and it was, I just did it in that order because real life situations, and I'm calling it 1.5 because I already had those really numbered. I could actually renumber them and call them 3, 4, 5, and 6, and that's one number 2. But it is what it is. All right, with that, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy this video and really thinks it deserves it, give it a thumbs down. If you're not a subscriber, please take a moment to subscribe. And if you want instant notifications, go ahead and click that bell. Change it from occasional to always, and you'll get instant notifications of all my uploads. On top of that, you can join my Discord server. It does have a Meebop on there that will also notify you of when I upload new videos to YouTube. And you can talk with me there also. On top of that, I am Patreon funded, so if you follow my link that's in the description to Patreon and wish to help support me and this channel, everything goes back into making this channel better, whether it be from fixing up my computer, getting more stuff to help me deal with making videos, and then in the future streaming. With that all being said, I am going to get running. This video is getting on the edge of being extra long, and again, I don't stream, so I can't do all this stuff on stream, so you can all sit here and watch for a long period of time. I do hope you enjoyed this. I'm actually enjoying doing all this stuff for you folks, and I'm hoping to get lots of likes and subscriptions. No, not really. I'm doing this to help the newest players, and I think with the April update, Frontier has done a great job to help the newer players, make it easier on them, but I still think there's a lot of areas that could be addressed and made better, and that's what I'm trying to do with these videos. All right, ladies and gentlemen, GreatTaz once again. Sorry I was rambling on. I will see you in space.